Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another episode on KB Talks. We've got two amazing guests here who are working as one globule to provide amazing change within local communities, both home and abroad. Blackman Da Traveller are two young black guys that I've had the pleasure of meeting who've come on the talk show today to talk about not only the struggles, but why they were able to make the changes they made and how they now want to impact other communities. So stay tuned, stay notified. We've got an amazing talk for you guys here today. So, my man, guys, you're the youngest guest I've had on the show.
Thank you.
That says a lot about the other guests though, doesn't it? Yeah. No problem, man. Listen, it's very important that we actually focus on not only elevation, business, success, and finance, but we also take a look into our local communities. And for me, you two are unsung heroes. What you guys are doing is amazing, but I'm not here to tell you. I'm here for the viewers to actually understand about it more. So, tell us the backstory about Blackman Da Traveller.
Basically, I'm Blackman Da Traveller, but my full name is Amir. And also he's my cousin, he's also managing me as well. So basically, it started off, I was going through certain issues in my life. And obviously when you're young and you're vulnerable and you hang around a negative environment in your neighborhood, you always tend to get sucked in. So I was faced with certain stuff. Let's say in 2012, I actually skipped death 3 days in a row.
Wow.
Yeah. So I almost got shot 3 times in 3 different days in a row during the Olympics.
Wow.
So when that happened, I thought I need to change my perspective in life. So I still got caught up. And then I went to Miami in 2014, and that was when I met my partner when I was 21, just randomly on the first day.
It's a good place to meet somebody.
Yeah.
Was it South Beach?
Yeah,
or?
in South Beach,
yeah.
So
Okay.
I was there in South Beach. I was with a girl that was my cousin, and then she thought that my cousin was my girl. Anyway, thank God my cousin helped me out.
She didn't block you.
No.
She said, no, I'm not his partner. Go true.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And she broke it down, and then I was still facing certain issues in my life. And then it came to 2017. Yeah. I went to Australia.
Okay.
And that was when I started to discover myself as a person.
So wait, you went to, so where in Australia did you go?
So I moved out to Sydney.
You moved out there?
Yeah.
How long were you there for?
2 years in a row, 2 years.
How old were you at this stage?
I'm 27 now. I think I was 25.
Yeah, 25.
So wait, 25 years old, you just decided, right? Because usually that's not something you hear from our community. No. That you would go to like Sydney as well. So what made you choose Sydney? So
I had 3 choices. It was either Australia, Canada, and New Zealand.
Okay.
And those are the places that do the work and holiday visa.
Yes.
And I thought I need to escape the UK because obviously certain things were happening in East London where I'm from. Yeah. And I thought I need to get out and just refine myself as a person. So I just thought, I'm going to go Australia. Went to Australia.
What were your thoughts there when he said to you, look, you know what, I'm getting up, I'm migrating to Sydney, Australia, I'm going to be gone there for a couple years, or I'm going to go and live there. What were your thoughts?
So we virtually grew up together. So my name's Kaya and I'm his first cousin. So we grew up together in the East End of London. So we went to school, college, and he was coming to a point and he said, listen, I've had enough of East London. I want to broaden my horizons. And he travelled prior to going to Sydney, Australia. He was travelling to, as he mentioned, Miami, Paris, Milan. So he'd caught onto the travel bug, and then he'd messaged me randomly in December of, was it 2017?
Yeah.
Or end of 2016? He messaged me, he was like, I'm looking to move to Australia with his missus, sorry. And then,
that it wasn't your missus, yeah. That might be a problem. Yeah. I'm going to move with your missus. You cool with that? Okay.
So yeah. So in a sense, he messaged me and he's like, right, I'm looking to move to Australia with his missus. And I'm like, wow, with your missus? And I said, mate, go for it. Why not? I've never heard of anybody from the East End or within our community or within our social circle that's decided to leave the UK, uproot everything they know and decide, right, I'm getting a 23-hour flight to another country. And it's not even, it was the fact of the matter is, it's not Paris, or it's not Milan, it's not a European city, it's across the globe. It's literally a 23-hour flight. Like, wow. So I said, mate, yeah, go for it. Why not? And then he'd message me randomly, and then he'd send me pictures of him on a farm. He caught a belly snake, showed me how he's caught a belly snake and crazy stuff. I'm just like, whoa, lemon picking.
It must have been great for you though, because you're looking at your cousin enjoying life. As we're saying in Africa, enjoyment was going on there, yeah? And I mean, this is, you were dealing with a different form of snake back in the UK, who was obviously, you know, you said you avoided gunshots, and you're now in Sydney holding up, you know, actual real snakes, in control, different environment, working on a farm. And was this part of your visa?
So basically, Australia's very smart. So in terms of to get your second year, you need to do agriculture work. So that either includes hospitality, it depends what countries you're from, because each country has a different type of visa standards.
Okay.
So for the UK, for British citizens, we need to either do construction or we have to do agriculture work. So that in terms of working on the farm, melon picking oranges, zucchini, strawberries. So I've done certain stuff over there.
Yeah, that must have been very humbling then. I mean, because in the UK, 25-year-old guy, I would say call center, retail, or if you have a specific degree, you'll be working in that sort of nature. So what was your educational background then prior to obviously eloping?
Basically, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't a person that was really interested in the education system when I was young. I was very bubbly. I always had a positive energy, but I didn't come out with a degree. I never went to uni. I never came up with actually GCSEs. I came up with 2 GCSEs. So when I was young, I thought, okay, maybe there's something wrong with me. You know, maybe I got to see a psychiatrist or whatever. So what happened is I dropped out of college. I studied mechanics. I dropped out of college. I went straight into hospitality. Right. From the age of 18.
When you say hospitality, what, working as a caterer?
So first of all, I started off as a waiter.
Okay.
And then I done kitchen porting. And then I got taught from kitchen porting to become a chef.
Right.
And then gradually I was working my way up.
Yeah.
But then I thought to myself, I don't really want to work for someone. But at the same time, I need to make money to obviously help out my family and whatever.
That's right. Yeah, because I do find that the system, if you like, it does compel you to find a platform, and then now if you become educated in hospitality, now you've got to stick with it. Right. And sometimes our minds change, we grow. I mean, it sounds like you went from a boy to a man. So would you say this is a common struggle for young men, not just black men? Would you say, like, growing up in the community where you're from, East London, is this a common trait of not necessarily getting good education and not knowing where to go?
Do you know what I'd say about the education system in the UK? It's very rigid. It's very fixed. It doesn't cater for people's learnings in regards to people learn differently. Some people learn visually, some people learn audibly, some people learn socially. So it doesn't cater for all the children's specific needs. It just caters for one rigid way of, right, here's a test. We teach you to the test. If you pass, you're a success. If you fail, you're a failure. But in life, you're meant to fail before you succeed. So they don't really teach that, unfortunately. So in a sense, where we're coming from, East London, it's if you don't excel in education, or you don't play sports, or you don't do music, you're automatically seen as a bum or a failure, which isn't the case. A lot of people still excel without the education credentials. But don't get me wrong, there's still a value for education, because education does make a hard life easier, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I always say to students, because I do talks in schools, that one thing you never lose is your education. No one can take it away from you. Once you've got it, it's like a bad rep. It'll just stick with you. So you found yourself in this position. Now, in terms of the troubles that you found before going, I mean, this compelled you to say, right, I'm going to make the move to go. Now, I just want to rewind a little bit, because am I right? You guys from Africa?
That's correct.
Yeah. Where? Uganda?
East Africa,
East Africa. All right now. Hopefully we beat you in the African nations next time we meet. Go Ghana. We'll see what happens. So, okay, I know usually being from Africa, definitely from Africa, parents have a huge influence. And education is something which, is kind of standard, you have to get. So what was different here? I mean, I'm going to come to you and say, what was different for yourself then in terms of, because you said you got 2 GCSEs. Were your parents saying, right, come on, go to school, get the qualification? So what was the disparity? Why didn't that work out?
My mum was like the backbone of my family. I was not close to my father.
Okay.
Obviously, when you're young, certain parents have a favourites, or maybe certain parents have, I don't know, they don't really get along with the children. My father was there for me, but he wasn't the father type. My mum actually played both roles.
Yeah.
So she always motivated me, Amir, go to school, do this, do that. And then obviously you're just going, but I didn't feel a connection. You know what I mean? I'll be honest with you, the only thing that I loved about school was actually socialising with people and actually done drama. I was very into like theatre.